If you're looking for a trusted and reliable source of news and information, check out my friends over at patriotpost.us. A link for them will be in the description box. So when you head over there and subscribe, tell them that ABL sent you. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk more about Ilhan Omar and her love triangle, square. I'm not really sure what to call it, but we'll get to all the details in a moment. The most recent revelation is that her husband, the guy she has kids with, the quote unquote real husband, is wanting a divorce. According to reports, I've seen it on New York Post and other places. Sources say that he wants a divorce. Now, before I even get into it, I got to back up a little bit here to explain to you who Ilhan Omar is and why this is even the story right now today. She is a Democratic congresswoman from Minnesota, and she's part of the quote unquote squad. It's kind of an unofficial group of far leftist women in the Democratic Party right now, which include Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, and of course the ringleader, or the most popular person at least, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, aka AOC. They have become the face of the Democratic Party. I mean, you see them everywhere, all over TV. They're traveling all over the place. They're doing all kinds of talks and speeches, this, that, and the third. They have become the face of the Democratic Party. Nancy Pelosi does not like that. She's trying to prevent them from being the face of the Democratic Party. But what you're going to do, I mean, they're getting the most attention, the most press. The focus is on them. So like I said, they are the face of the Democratic Party. Now, with that new level of fame these women have had over the past year or so comes a new level of scrutiny. And Ilhan Omar has a lot of skeletons in her closet that are just pouring out all over the place. This is going to be kind of confusing, so please bear with me. Let's talk about the first husband first. Like I said, she was engaged to him in 2002, but they never officially got married. But from 2002 up until recently, they've been able to have 3 children and pretty much live together throughout the entirety of that time, according to reports. Another guy comes in who may be her brother. She gets officially married to him in 2009, if I'm not mistaken, or 2011, right around then, between 2009 and 11. This person was allegedly married to her for immigration purposes. On some documents that I've been able to see, if I can find those, I'll link to them in the description box below. He was listed as a British citizen, a UK citizen. So he came over here probably to get a green card by being married to Ilhan Omar. That is illegal. Number one, that's called immigration fraud. Number two, that's called incest. And number three, it could be considered bigamy if her and the husband were married through common law, because it was not a legal marriage through the Islamic tradition that they had. You know, they got married that way through the Islamic faith, but they didn't get married officially. So it could be bigamy, is most certainly incest, and you got some immigration fraud happening. During this point in time, Ilhan Omar and the real husband that she has the kids with, they never stopped living together, according to reports, according to documents. They had the kids, and they also filed a joint tax return while she was still legally married to the quote-unquote brother. You can't do that. That's illegal because you're not officially married. You're married to somebody else. And she took some campaign finance money to pay a lawyer to fix that problem. Okay, so you got all kind of crimes. You got immigration fraud, bigamy, possibly incest, campaign finance violations, all kind of different things before she even became a member of the quote unquote squad. Now, her and the guy that could be her brother she married to get into the country through the green card were married from like 2009 or 11 up until 2017 in December, where they officially got divorced. The very next month in January 2018, she officially gets married to her quote unquote real husband that she had been with throughout the entire time. Now, fast forward to today, 2019, she is allegedly having an affair with a married man. Okay, so she's still married. I think her and the husband are separated and may be divorced under Islamic law, but have not been divorced legally yet. So she's still legally married, having an affair with this guy who was also married. His name is Tim Mynett. Ilhan Omar, 37. The guy, Tim Mynett, 38. Tim Mynett's wife is 55 and a doctor. In divorce documents from his wife, she said that Ilhan Omar stole him from her. Now, of course, Tim Mynett denies it. Ilhan Omar has kind of denied it. It's kind of been a weak denial, but I digress. The bigger picture to see there in the whole Tim Mynett kerfuffle is that he was working or is working on a campaign. Ilhan Omar, through her campaign, has paid him almost $250,000, $230,000 in like a year's time, which is about 1/3 of all her campaign money that she's received. Now, that is a problem because of a few things. First of all, this guy's married. Ilhan Omar is married. Both of their respective spouses want a divorce or have filed for a divorce. And the money going to him through his company from Ilhan Omar's campaign is most likely being funneled right back to Ilhan Omar. Okay, let's talk about the travel for a moment. As a member of the squad, you're all over the place, and at a certain point, you may need to fund some things up front and get reimbursed on the back, or just fund some things up front without getting reimbursed on the back. Maybe you are trying to take advantage of 15 minutes of fame and become somebody, and it takes money to make money, so you're trying to funnel that money through him to come back to you. Now, that's just my assumption about the whole situation, but the facts are that she has given him that much money through her campaign to his company. That's a fact, and I'll put documents about that in the description box below. And it's also a fact that she was married to her quote-unquote real husband only recently legally, and it's also a fact that she was married to somebody that could be her brother for a long time legally, probably for the purposes of immigration fraud. Now, let's get to the husband here. He allegedly wants a divorce because he's not with all this. Okay, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like her newfound quote unquote fame as member of the squad, the constant traveling. And let's not forget, they got kids between the ages of 6 and 17. He's left to pretty much be the caretaker and to be in the subversive role. Obviously, these are Muslims, so you can't do stuff like that. You can't have the guy, be wearing the dress in a relationship. She can't be trying to control him. That's not going to work. And also, cheating on your husband. If you live in Somalia, you might mess around to get stoned to death, but that's a different story, and I digress. My whole point is that they are very involved in the Muslim faith. They live in a neighborhood in Minnesota called Little Mogadishu. Okay, was it Minneapolis? They live right there. It's a high Somali population, a lot of traditional values in people. If you don't wear your headdress, you might mess around and get stoned. That's something I got to talk about right quick. Why even pretend to be a Muslim at this point in time? You got your turban or head wrap, whatever you want to call it, on, like a sheik, but that's a different story. You have that on, but yet you are engaging in bigamy. You cheating on your husband, telling him what to do. That's not haram at all. So I just don't understand. If you don't want to abide by the rules of Islam, why pretend like you do? People that support her in Little Mogadishu and Minneapolis, they're not going to like that at all. They're like, okay, what's really going on? You getting married to your brother. You telling your husband what to do. You wearing a pants relationship. No, that's not going to work. You cheating on him with the quote unquote white man. I thought that Ilhan Omar said that we got to monitor the white man and white men are more dangerous is that and the third. But you over here messing with him to get some money. I guess all the, the Muslim stuff go out the window when it comes time to get paid. All that doesn't even really matter. As time progresses here and we learn more about this love square, triangle, whatever you want to call it, I think many of us are going to be vindicated that said that she was married to her brother for immigration purposes, that said that she was giving the campaign money to this guy improperly and getting reimbursed. I think we're all going to be vindicated, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And that's pretty much all I got. What say you? Do you think that the allegations against Ilhan Omar are true? Do you think that it's true her husband wants a divorce? If that's your viewpoint, let me know by in the comments below. How about Tim Mynett? Do you think that his wife was lying about Ilhan Omar taking him from her? If that's your viewpoint, let me know by in the comments below. Do you think that all of us talking about Ilhan Omar being married to her brother and cheating on her husband and stealing the campaign finance money and not really being a real Muslim, are we going to be vindicated in the future? Whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.